Hello friends and viewers, and welcome to my Rayshot character guide. Rayshot's trait is Rayshot. This increases his HP and ignores block. Ignoring block is fairly standard for most breakers. He gains speed 2 and move 1 buffs at the start of battle for 2 turns. This will place his speed at 307 at the start of battle, so he's likely to move first. When he has speed or move buffs, he deals increased physical and piercing damage. His initial skill is Insightful Bash. This is the same skill learnable by KA Pikemen and Outlaw Pikemen. Insightful Bash is a single target attack dealing 120% damage, dispels 2 buffs on the enemy target, and inflicts a vulnerable 1 debuff. Its versatility gives his skill longevity, but will slowly be rotated out in Rayshot's skill loadout. At rank 1, I recommend Charge Pursuit. Charge Pursuit is an instant skill offering cross-shape movement, minor damage, and ignores preempt. With his trait granting him speed and move buffs at the start of battle, Rayshot can lead the front lines. Charge skills can also be used on items and structures, which can be strategic to better position against or disengage from an enemy. Warm Up is one source of a move 1 buff mid-battle to maintain Rayshot's trait, and Climb is also an uncommon buff among breakers, which helps with traversing elevation. However, activating it requires standby turns. When you choose to standby, at minimum, you potentially give up a basic attack when enemies are in threat range. This is helpful for bigger maps, but overall, Charge Pursuit is more practical and versatile. At rank 3, I recommend Intimidating Presence, but also consider a Convallaria for Spear of Iria Assault. Intimidating Presence adds additional piercing damage after an active, single target attack once per round, assuming no preempt or strikebacks are received. Charge Pursuit alone can easily trigger this because it ignores preempt. Spear of Iria Assault deals piercing damage equal to 90% of Rayshot's physical attack and ignores assist. For each tile Rayshot moves prior to attacking, his attack is increased by 3% up to 15%. To maximize Assault's damage, you want to try and move 5 total tiles between his movement and charge abilities. The cooldown of this ability lines up nicely with Charge Pursuit. Additionally, after attacking, Rayshot will also gain Dodge. Dodge and piercing damage are very uncommon qualities among breakers. At rank 5, your options are Preempt or Fleeing Hair. Preempt allows Rayshot to perform a strike back before taking an active attack from the front or side. His preempt attack will be whichever basic attack you learn at rank 9. Fleeing Hair decreases damage taken by 8% against active attacks. After being attacked, Rayshot will gain a move 2 buff. This is another possible source of a move buff to maintain Rayshot's trait mid-battle, but it is contingent on Rayshot taking damage. Your decision here may depend on your character roster. If you have characters or items that grant external speed or move buffs, consider leaning Preempt. My pick here is Preempt. At rank 7, I recommend Swift Spear Charge. Swift Spear Charge is an instant ability inflicting reaction skill and vulnerable to debuffs on the target enemy, then deals piercing damage equal to 30% of Rayshot's physical attack. Blocking reaction skills prior to attacking disables strikebacks and preempts, making this another trigger for Intimidating Presence. After attacking, Rayshot gains Defense 2 buffs for 2 turns. Overlord's Roar deals 170% physical damage, dispelling 3 buffs on the target before attacking, and inflicting Isolate, disabling any auras on the enemy target. Given that piercing damage is a rare quality among breakers and free-to-play characters, I recommend leaning towards Swift Spear Charge. At rank 9, I recommend Howling Whirlwind Slash. Howling Whirlwind Slash is the only AoE attack Rayshot can learn, adding another piercing damage ability to his toolkit. In scenarios where you require more single target damage or where piercing damage is less valuable, you can still revert back to his initial basic attack. Powerful Attack deals 10% more physical damage than his initial basic attack, but Howling Whirlwind Slash offers more variety in damage type and number of enemies hit. This build utilizes Rayshot as a piercing damage dealer with Assault, Swift Spear Charge, and Intimidating Presence. If you did not invest a Convallaria at rank 3, use Charge Pursuit. This build option is for those interested in playing Rayshot more as a traditional physical damage dealer. use Insightful Bash or Overlord's Roar, depending if Rayshot has external energy regen support. For weapons, consider Tuning Hammer or Feast Axe. With Tuning Hammer's passive physical attack increase, it's a reliable weapon to increase both Rayshot's physical and piercing damage while also adding enemy dispel utility. Feast Axe is another strong option for single target damage and HP regen. With Rayshot's instant charge attacks, he should be able to bring a target's HP percentage lower than his before his main attack, assuming he is healthy. For Trinkets, Origin Hourglass is a good option for a physical attack increase while also protecting him from move and speed debuffs, especially considering he requires move and speed buffs to increase his damage. Flying Blade Arm Guard and Roaring Flint's piercing damage will benefit from his trait provided he has an active move or speed buff. As Berserk Incense's buff increases movement, it will also trigger Rayshot's trait. For Taros, Course of Fortune is a fine choice for a versatile hybrid trinket. The AoE piercing damage trigger will benefit from Rayshot's trait. Otherwise, look to Dream of the Magician or Hierophant's Laws with its bonus effect for damage. If you are lacking or struggling with external movement buffs to maintain Rayshot's trait, consider March of the Chariot as well. For Engravings, my only recommendation is Sword and Wand. This is the best general use resonance for the attack and defense bonuses. With Rayshot's instant charge skills and incentive to have move buffs, he should have no problems regularly activating this resonance. To provide some composition and usage tips, as iterated, Rayshot is one of the few free-to-play characters who can deliver piercing damage, scaling with his physical attack. His piercing damage will benefit from attack buffs, while also benefiting from allies who buff piercing damage as well, such as Agata and Tyre. In addition to his piercing damage and charge mobility, Rayshot's survivability should not be overlooked. Recall that Spear of Iria Assault grants him dodge after attacking, and Swift Spear Charge grants him defense 2 buffs after attacking as well. Rayshot is part of the Night Crimson, Iria, and Aggression categories. Consider building a team with Rayshot using Layla's, Dentalion's, or No-No-Will's Leader's auras. For a quick overview of external category buffs, Layla's Leader's aura increases damage by 12% for all Night Crimson allies. Dentalion's for Iria provides 20% more damage to enemies with 3 or more debuffs. No-No-Will's aura provides 10% more skill damage to all Aggression allies. Additionally, Inanna's Soulmate is a great ability to have in an Irian team, providing attack and defense buffs. Just be mindful that its 3-tile activation may limit Rayshot's mobility. This concludes my character guide. As mentioned in my disclaimer, I welcome feedback and I'm open to being wrong. I'm still learning and improving just like you are. Once again, if you find conflicting information to other guides or content creators, then that means there are multiple ways to build a character and still achieve success. If you have any feedback for me, please feel welcome to comment below. I also have my various social media platforms on this slide here. Last but not least, I want to credit and shout out these resources that helped me put this guide together. Voyage Memento for their character build samples and reference links, the Sword of Convallaria No Potion fan site for skill images and skill descriptions, the Sword of Convallaria Cloud Drop wiki for skill filtering and gear images, and the Billy Game and Game Key Chinese sites for character art assets. I highly recommend visiting these links to build your Sword of Convallaria knowledge. Thank you so much for watching this character guide, and I will see you in the next one.